guys, Tammy here again, and this episode is called Are Indians Greek? Let's find out. So, this story goes back to Alexander the Conqueror again, and as we all know, he conquered the then known ancient world, or a large hunk of it, and by 325 AD, he had arrived at the Hindu Kush Mountains, which is in modern-day northern Pakistan. Mind blown, am I right? So anyway, he proceeded to set up provinces, and three of those major cities in his provinces were called Alexandria on the Caucasus, Alexandria on the Indus, and Alexandria Escate, which meant Alexandria the farthest. And of course, he also populated the area with a lot of Greek settlers, and of course, the area became rapidly Hellenized. And so, for the next 200 years, due to power struggles, battles, or cross-border marriages, the ethnicity of the rulers and the lines of the borders changed a lot. And in 155 BC, Menander I, aka Melinda, as he is known in India, became the ruler of the Indo-Greeks. Menander I became the ruler after Antiochus II. Now, Menander I was of Greek ethnicity, but he was raised in the Indian philosophies, poetry, mathematics, and the art of war. And he also was exposed to Buddhism. And for the next 25 years, his kingdom prospered. And he was comparable in historical books. And by the historians of the time, he was compared to Alexander the Great. So his kingdom apparently ranged from the Kabul River to the west, Ravi River to the east, Ganges River in the south, and the Swati River Valley to the north. So his kingdom was very prosperous. It was very multicultural. The Greeks and the Indian people, they all blended in and they lived together, unlike in the Seleucid Empire, which had controlled the area before, where it was all in terms of hierarchy. But in Menander's kingdom, it was very much everybody was at the same level. Okay, so his capital was in modern-day Sialkot in Pakistan, in the Punjab province, and at that time it was called Sagala. And it had very much a very Hellenized architectural style, and it was built on a grid. Okay, so leading up to Menander's conversion, he had a monk. He had a Buddhist monk that answered questions for him, and there is scriptures, Buddhist scriptures or Buddhist texts called Malinda Panha, or the Questions of Menander. And then there you could see how he had his questions answered, and he transitioned from, I'm assuming, paganism to Buddhism. Another interesting thing was that Menander I had his coins. His coins were bilingual, so he had Greek on one side, and he also had the language of Pali, which was the language that Buddha spoke. Very interesting, am I right? I have to mention here that it was during this time that the Greeks, with their love of throwing statues, had an influence in the Buddhist philosophy. And it was at this time that the first Buddhist statue was made. And as you can see today, that basically the philosophy is synonymous with the statues. The Greeks had such an influence on the art and the architecture, and also in the philosophy, the Buddhist philosophy. And actually, the Greek Buddhist monks are the reason why the Buddhist philosophy traveled so far and wide, easterly and westerly, of course, in modern times, but easterly maybe as far away as Japan, but for sure to the shores of China in the east. Now, if you have anything to add, feel free to add it down below. Don't forget to be nice, and don't forget that Wikipedia is not a research tool. And if you have any more questions, or if you're interested to find out more, Britannica and History.com. There are some books by the Oxford University Press, one of them being the Indo-Greeks. that you can get more information if you find this subject interesting. But if you have any questions or if you have any comments to the contrary, also feel free to comment down below. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to forward and share, and put the click on the bell so that you can get notifications when I post next. Now, I'm trying to post every week, but I do have a full-time job. So I will see you again on the next episode, which is going to be a lot closer than you think, next door in Afghanistan. So I'll see you then. Bye. I would like to add that for those people who are easily offended and are thinking, oh my God, you're saying Greeks are Indian? Oh my God, Indians are Greek? That is not what I'm saying at all, but you can see how if you go into India or Pakistan, you can see people that are like light skinned, they have blue or green eyes, they have light hair, and that may be part of an explanation of how that could happen, because when you see people that are Indian or Pakistani in the media, you don't connect them to blonde and blue-eyed people, but yet they exist in Pakistan and in India. Don't be so serious. Go on with the video.